Zuko's here. Hey everyone! Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. It's so good to finally be back after like 3 weeks of being sick and not being able to be on screen, speak, or have energy. So, yeah, because I first had a cold and then I got the flu. So that was my first time getting the flu, so not fun at all. And I know it's been really, really bad, so hopefully everyone is staying healthy and safe.
A reminder that the flu is airborne, just like other viruses.
Yeah. And so like I've been like quarantining away from Chris because he actually like forgot to get his flu shot this fall, whereas I got mine and I got it. So
the thing is that I am always so good at it. And then this last year, people around me were like, oh, you're not supposed to get the COVID shot at the same time as the flu shot. Like, you're supposed to spread it out. And I'm like, I did that at school and was totally fine. And I like when I was still in school, and then and by still in school, I mean in grad school, like once we knew what it was, and it was it never fully went away. So, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then last year I was out of school, so they weren't just like, hey, do you want both at the same time? And I had both, like even at my doctor's office and at CVS or Duane Reade or, whoever had the appointments and the proper vaccine at the time that I needed. And they were always like, yeah, you can do both. And then I let the people around me sway me, even though they had no evidence to say no. And I was like, okay, I'll just spread it out by 3 weeks. And then the end of last year, I got slammed with work. And then, Thanksgiving happens and you're around a bunch of people. And luckily I didn't get sick from that. But like the stress of needing to work through Thanksgiving, the stress of it being an election year and being around family, like all that, I got sick after with the cold, to that point where it was like, okay, I'm now in like the second week of December. I still have a lot that needs to get done before the end of the year. I always get sick from vaccines, like sick enough that it knocks me out for like 3 days.
Oh.
And then, it does its job. But I was like, I can't afford to be knocked out for 3 days before the new year. Like, publishing goes on vacation like the first 2 weeks of January, but that's because they have other people in the office and I'm the only person who does Inimitable. So I can't afford that. And now I'm thinking like, I should get it like this week or next week.
Oh my gosh.
The vaccine. I don't want to get sick before
my Yeah, I got mine together in
and that's what I've been doing,
because I heard it was okay. So, and I mean the nurse practitioner like said it was really bad this year. So coming off of my cold, I think she said like my immune system was more susceptible to getting it, which made sense because I was feeling better, which is why I went on site. I usually only go on site for like 2 to 2.5 hours, like once a week. And I was like, I know I got it from someone there. So then now I'm like paranoid to like go, and I'm just trying to call people instead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to get sick again.
But I've been getting them together 2021, 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden in 2024, the people around me are like, oh no, you're not supposed to do that anymore. I'm like, I don't think that's right.
No.
But like, you're not letting up. And then, my therapist is like, you're a legal adult. You could have just done it. Or like done what they said and then changed it later. And I was like, well, I didn't think of that.
You never know though. It's hard to like always like get all of the facts, Oh, yes, Zuko. Yes, I know. I'm not paying attention to you now. We've been chilling together in bed, and the boys got so spoiled with having mommy around. But Laura is here. Hello. She will be. I need sprints to clean my room.
We were talking about this.
Yes.
I've been using sprints to get chores done.
Yes. And that's like what I'm going to be doing for the first sprints, because I haven't written because I was sick, I haven't written since the first weekend of February, which is so sad because I wrote like over 3K and I was building so much momentum.
Yeah, you were really happy about that.
I know. And
for you.
I was that was like, yeah, that was so much. And so then this just messed it all up. But I'm hoping to get back into my groove. But I will be doing dishes and making dinner and doing other things during at least the first sprint. And hopefully I can do some sort of writerly thing.
I need to put laundry away. I did it 2 days ago. I did it 2 days ago. I put half of it away because I needed to. And then I was like, oh, I'll just leave the rest because it's not in the way, which is kind of a lie. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put it away. I'm sick of seeing it out in my living room.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Good to be back, Regina. I think having these rewards are nice. Janine, hello.
So I switched over to a new browser, and between my YouTube stream yesterday through StreamYard and opening this link, it logged me out. So I'm going to log in so I can do the chat, but it might take me here for a second. So
okay, no, that's fine.
I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. What's this whole Kindle thing about? Not being able to download Kindle books news in case they get banned? Oh. I'm going to see what's Amazon stop allowing Kindle book downloads to a computer for backup or transfer via USB.
Oh, I heard about that, and people were like, we own the books. I'm like, no, you never own the books. You own the license to it. And they changed the ability to share files years ago to make it more difficult. And you can't lend a copy that you bought to a family member. You used to have a family system.
Oh, okay.
So now they're doing that. You can't even like transfer it to your own computer while you're logged into your own account because they don't want to get in trouble for stuff. They're covering their own ass and bowing down to, early fascism stages. So but people who are mad about we own this book, it's like, no, you actually never did. So like, I understand people are upset, but legally they're actually in the clear, which kind of sucks.
Okay. Oh, Carlos says Criminali has a good video on it. Ooh, thank you. Check that out. Yeah. I only download it to like my Kindle app, so if it doesn't mess that up, I'm okay.
Yeah, but under the Inimitable Books account, I was responding to some threads about it because some people, a lot of people were correcting the record.
Yeah.
But I was like, even though some people know that it's a one-person publishing company, basically, we're still a publishing company, and that might like make people more aware and not be like, oh, like you don't know what you're talking about. It's like,
Zuko, too loud.
How dare you live stream?
I know. He's like, come on, Mom. It's not fair.
Move back to the couch. We're back to the bed.
Yeah, I did disrupt him so that I could come on. But it's okay, buddy. I know.
Well, it's like when I was recovering from surgeries and I was in bed all the time and healed enough that if Riley was in bed with me, it wasn't like you could open up Zara's stitches and like cause a lot of damage.
Yeah. And
then I started feeling awake enough to like work from my laptop while I was in my bed. She got so mad. She was like, you're not paying attention to me.
Yup. Yeah. They get used to something so quickly, and then you take it away and they're like, but this is all I've ever known.
They are creatures of habit. And Riley's very good at training my mom into new habits. So then if I'm like, when did this start? My mom's like, oh, well, now you have to do it. I'm like, I do, because otherwise she won't eat, but this is BS.
Haley just finished some notes for her literature class and get to write now. Yay! I think everyone here knows us, but we didn't do our little intro. But if anyone is lurking and doesn't know who we are, we'll do our introductions. My name is, especially since it's been 3 weeks, but my name is Holly Davis. I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is a YA epic fantasy with sapphic romance, disability rep with a wheelchair user, and mages with unique magic. So if that sounds good to you, you will enjoy my book. I did a podcast interview,
which I still need to listen to.
I want to listen to the final product because he was going to kind of cut some, trim it to make it like smooth and seamless and everything. But I had a blast. I'll drop the link to the podcast, kind of talking about how I started writing Kingdom Hearts fan fiction and now, have a book published. So super fun. And yeah, that's me.
I love that. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which publishes Holly, a lot of other books, many of which are on my bookshelf, and I don't want to accidentally drop them. But these are the ones I have within arm's reach. This is coming out on April 1st. That's not a prank.
Yay!
Holly blurbed it. It's our first middle grade novel. Our first paperback. Very, very excited for all this. And then we have these 2 sequels coming out in the last quarter of this year.
Yay!
So working on those. But we also have 2 sequels coming out between this book and this book sequel. So working on a ton of stuff for the company and for the books specifically as well. And I'm happy to have Holly back.
Yay, it's so good to be back. Oh, Lurker here called out. Hello, welcome.
Your username is great.
When Zara streams on Twitch during the day, I just lurk and watch during work, or I have it pulled up. And then I'll say like one thing and then I'll walk away. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we will be doing 3 30-minute sprints and chatting in between. So let me pull up our timer.
Regina said, my dogs get mad at me too. They stand and bark at me until I move to the sofa so we can all sit together. If I'm when I'm at my mom's place, my desk was in my bedroom, and sometimes I work on my bed, which is really bad sleep hygiene. So I stopped doing that mostly, but sometimes I do that. And then, or I'm just working at my desk, and Riley would come in and stand in the doorway until I was like, what do you want? And I would stand up because I knew that she wanted me to follow her out. And sometimes it's to play. And other times she literally just wants me in the living room so that she can then go herd my mom into the living room. So we're all together. And then my mom and I will be like, hold on, Riley, we have to get our stuff. And my mom grabs her iPad and I grab my laptop and my bullet journal. And then we settle down and she's like, you were supposed to pay attention to me in the living room. And we're like, well, we're all together. Take what you can, Riley.
I love that.
Users.
Oh, I love it. Like she's hurting you guys, Like,
she will herd. Okay, so when I'm at my mom's place, staying over because my mom is like literally just out of state, and I'm watching Riley at my mom's place. She doesn't care how late we go to bed because my mom goes to bed super, super late. I go to bed late, but if Riley's staying with me at my place, she will herd me into bed at 11 p.m. She'll be like, get out of this. Like, I don't care what you're doing. Like, I don't care if you read on your phone for a while. We're getting into bed.
Love that. Oh.
But she like wakes me up at 7 a.m. So I actually obey her when she's in here. Because I'm like, if I don't, I'm going to be exhausted.
Yeah. It's like, I better go to bed now because you're going to be up like clockwork. So,
Yeah.
So this is the kitty race timer that will be going during the sprints. So you can vote for the color or number cat that you think is going to win the first race. And it's okay if you vote for one that someone else votes for. And as we go along, there will be more colored cats. Yeah, since ZUKO is super chirpy, I am going to go with number 1.
I'm gonna go with number 1 as well.
He's popular.
I thought I had my heat off all day, and it turns out it's been on low. So that's gonna be fun to see on my bill later.
Oh no! And I had to have this Sherpa thing on because I'm like, it's so cold. It dropped to like 9 degrees. I'm like, where's the 30 degrees you were at yesterday? So
today was actually warmer, but now it's like getting colder again because it's nighttime, and I'm just like.
All right, so we are going to start this first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the first sprint, and Zuko won!
I know, I saw, and he's here for his victory lap.
You did it, buddy! Yay! That means me, Zara, and Carla won. Woohoo! That's pretty rare for 3 people to win, so I'll take it. Super exciting. Whoa, I don't want to be that. Oh gosh, I don't want to be that. Clearly, I'm rusty from this.
It happens. I mean, I stream mostly when I am okay, 6 days a week on Twitch. And even I'm like, I'm streaming basically every day. How am I still rusty with StreamYard? I used to always do StreamYard. And it's like, well, when you're not doing it.
Right. It makes a difference. It gets you. Amara's here. Hello. Wait, oops, where did it go?
Yeah.
Oops. Oh my gosh.
No,
I don't know how I clicked on it and it like scrolled up. But hello. I had to pick between my Data 1 or Odin's 7. Never bet against Data. Are those your cats? Like, and their colors? Black and gray? And those are cute names. I love that. My sister's looking at adopting another border pap to start training for agility, and she had a whole because she's a writer too, so even though she's a writer on hiatus, but she's got all her list of like character names, but then she has her pet names list. So then she's had 2 female dogs, so now she's looking to get like a male puppy. So then she got all these male names, and I'm like, ooh, I like Skid. Skid was the one that I liked the most.
That's cute.
Short for like Skid Mark. And usually with like dog agility, they have their like registered names, which are kind of longer, and like horses like have
well, it's like their legal name versus
so then his would be like Rubber Meets the Road, which is so cute. So anyway, she had she had like a couple other ideas which were cute, but her top one was Skid and mine was Skid too. Odin also goes by Mr. Biddles. He's half Maine Coon. Maine Coon. I had a half Maine Coon. He was half Maine Coon and half Turkish Angora. He was orange, and his name was Dobby, and he was so cute, and so I'm partial to Maine Coons. Aww. And I love like names like that too, Mr. Biddles.
Veronica King's, she has multiple cats, but the first cat that I met of hers, because it was before the black kitten showed up, is a Maine Coon. And that cat acts so much like my dog, who I'm convinced acts like a cat. So I'm just, you're a doggy cat, and my dog is a catty dog.
That's great. I want to get a male corgi and agility train him and name him Ragnaroth, Devourer of Souls, just to watch the AKC people have to say that.
Why specifically a corgi?
That's so cute.
Is what I want to know. What is it about corgis?
Oh, maybe because they're like, they've got their like floofy butts, and so just for him to be the Devourer of Souls is like an oxymoron. That's what I'm guessing.
That would be funny. Although, as according to like the Bridgerton season 2 behind the scenes, the corgis that they had who played Newton like ate every snack in sight. So what, Devourer of Souls isn't necessarily wrong.
The weevils. Oh, I need to go watch a video of that. And Oliver's making his little cameo too, because for that sprint, I did the dishes, took out the garbage and recycling, and then I made ramen. So it was, oh, and then I checked my Instagram and saw Zara's wonderful PSA that I was appalled by. And because I shared it on my stories. But oh shoot, I forget her name who shared it. Who's the video? Zirin Jay's Zhao, of Iron, the author of Iron Widow. But like, there's these permissions on Instagram that, like, they were seeing the websites I was going to, my apps, like the Dunkin' app, and so, and I'm like, why do you need to know that I'm going on the Dunkin' app and like my puzzle game on here, and it's saying how many minutes I'm on there, and I'm like, no, this is so creepy. So then I also prevented them from getting my future activity. So yeah. So oh, was TikTok too?
No, they were accusing TikTok of being the problem.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's like, the thing is that whole mess, first of all, started because of someone's ego got hurt. But second of all, the whole thing, because it got dragged out so much and they were really dumb during the hearings, and we're like, oh, like, you're stealing information through Wi-Fi. And we're like, it's not... like, just a bunch of stupidity that allowed people to spend more time paying attention to it, even though they didn't realize that there are a lot of other bad things in that bill as well, because it got mixed with the TikTok bill, and people who didn't use TikTok thought like, oh, who cares?
Okay.
But it made people investigate, enough people investigate to be like, if you're upset about this doing that, like, you should be upset about all the apps that do that. And then the government's like, no, it's because it's a foreign, country. And we're like, yeah, but you're not too great either.
Right.
Like, we don't want to set a precedent for allowing our own government to spy on us.
No, not at all. That, please no. There's enough of our...
I don't have stuff to hide, but at the same time, like, don't infringe on...
Yeah, and not knowing too, like, the transparency is also what is creepy, because it's like, they know that we're not looking at the fine print. We're not clicking here, then here, then here, then here, then here. So like, it's just kind of shady, and like, we should be able to, like, we should know about it so that we can have a choice. Like, thankfully we were able to do. I was being sarcastic.
No, I know, but like,
no, I know some people were on Threads.
Some people didn't like get sarcasm from us. We talk enough that I got it.
Some people were on Threads and Instagram and being like, okay, I guess I'm going here, and then it went back, and so.
I mean, I still have a TikTok account personally that, like, I never open.
Yeah.
But I have it because I have some people who like to send me stuff, and then I'm like, I know I still have the account because I've been too lazy to delete it. But like, if you want to send me a reel or a TikTok, like, you got to text it to me. Like, don't DM me on the TikTok app. I'm not going to remember to open it.
Yeah. I don't have my notifications on, so.
I know. And then the Inimitable Books TikTok account is professional stuff. And by professional, I mean we interact, with people crying and screaming over books. But at least it's like on topic.
Right.
So,
Hillstone Kobayashi Maru. I love that. I didn't know that, Regina.
I want to know why Hillstone is there, because Hillstone sounds like such a British name, and then the rest sounds very not.
It sounds Japanese.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't want to say Japanese and be wrong. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Japanese, but I was
I guess I was assuming. Yeah. Just not good to do. Zhao Hongshu, is that?
Xiao Hongshu, yeah.
Zhao Hongshu, okay.
It's like Xiao, but like...
Oh, Xiao, okay.
Yeah.
Zhao Hongshu, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Because after all the TikTok refugees moved over, they were like, we're happy to have you, but like, please call it the app.
Yeah. Yeah.
name. Like we call it Red Note as a slang, but that's kind of more for us. It's not.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And so like they got so mad when I posted like I think we were still streaming at this point. Like you hadn't gotten sick yet, or maybe you had just gotten sick. Where I had said Happy Lunar New Year. Like I said it correctly in Chinese because I knew that. Like that. I know
cool.
2 ways to say it in Chinese.
Nice.
But in my English translation of it, I said Happy Lunar New Year, and they got pissed. They were like, no, it's Happy Chinese New Year. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And I changed it.
Oh my gosh. Shoot.
And then someone was like, change it already.
Sorry.
You're like getting up. Like, you know, you're going to keep getting yelled at. I was like, I did after I saw your comment. Like, I'm just not on this app 24/7. I was sleeping. There's a time difference. Like,
yeah.
You know, was that what?
Wow.
I'm on there every so often, and I see like a ton of cool things on there. But again, I'm trying to not get sucked into apps.
Right.
Like, even though that place is so much happier, I'm like, I still can't just start scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll never.
Yeah. I don't. It's easy for me to back up. I just post my random TikTok. Maybe I watch like 1 or 2 videos and then I leave. I scroll on Facebook and Instagram, but maybe that's why. It's like my energy for scrolling is like, I know there's things that I like on these other platforms.
I used to scroll a ton on Instagram. I've stopped because almost everything I follow on Instagram is incredibly upsetting, but incredibly important to know about. Yeah. So that has like gone down. And then I've also set limits on like the social media apps on my phone. And lastly, the really dangerous one for me is YouTube Shorts, because it'll just show me a million clips from shows that I'm like, I don't have time to watch this, but these clips are so good. And if I had the time, I'd start watching these shows.
So true. Oh, Hillstone's the name of the kennel that bred him. Kobayashi Maru is Japanese from Star Trek, the original series. Phew, I was right. That's cool. I love that. I love that. I love just the long names like that. When people will like have like Sir Meowington Pawsworth the third or something. It's just
like, wow, you went there.
Yeah, people literally, like, I've had patients who have just rattled off this like extravagant name, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Nope, Riley is her name, and only if we're like rolling our eyes at her antics do we say Riley Rascal Hoffman.
Yeah, when Oliver's eating string or, you know, poisonous leaves or jumping over fences, you know, trying to kill himself, things, we're like, Oliver Wilbur, since Wilbur's his middle name. And yesterday Friday he ate 2 mask strings, and one of them was a really nice like reusable one.
No.
And I was like, and the other one was like the rubber like KN95, and I'm like, really, dude? Yeah. And then Sunday, he always gets into things on Sundays because he knows that like, hey, like if something happens, you'll have to go to the emergency vet and it'll cost you more. But then he ate like the long like string. It was like the wand, and then the string with like a fish on the end. And we've played with it, and it's been on the floor for like over a month. And yeah, he just decided to eat it, but he threw it up. And so I was like, dude, you don't have to worry. He threw it up. He's fine, because he's gotten into so many things. I'm literally never worried about him. I'm like, he's got like a stomach of steel. And so I'm just like, we know what to do. Just monitor him. And he's always fine. So, but we're just like, yeah, you know, you got to try to kill yourself at least once a year. It's his like thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, you monitor him. It's not like, oh, he like whatever.
Yeah.
But Amara, I've also shared my dog in places with the explanation that my dog acts like a cat. Yes. But that's not just a Xiaohongshu thing. That's actually, it started on Tumblr, and then it's also been on Twitter. If you say cat tax or dog tax, some people just say pet tax because they know.
Pet tax.
Like there are some people who have, I follow some people on Twitter under my pen name, and for a surprising number of them have like rabbits, and so they'll be like pet tags, and it's like a really fluffy bunny, and I'm just like, so cute, but also like I would never want a rabbit. Like when they describe how much work it is to take care of a rabbit, I'm like, no, I think I'll take a dog over a cat if I'm looking for a high maintenance animal.
Yeah, same. My roommate in college had a lop-eared bunny, and she was so cute, but she anything such as bunny tax, yes, that's included. She would go into my box spring, or like in my box spring, and so my roommate would let her out at night, but I'm like, she's getting into things in my room. So then I would have to close my door. So essentially I felt like I was like locked in my room. And so that's when Heather and I, our senior year in college, were like, let's get a place to ourselves. And so we're like, there was nothing against our friend. We loved our friend. We loved the bunny. It was just the dynamics of it.
Sometimes
that we were like this, we were like, this just isn't going to work.
Sometimes the reality of living with a friend is not good.
Yeah. While we keep chatting, we have the cats up for the second race. Vote for color or number. Carla, thank you for stopping in. I hope you have a good rest of your night and that you're back next week. And then Adrian's here. Hello. Good to see you.
Okay. Adrian, when you filled out the form, I realized I'd messed up something on it, that you couldn't select multiple dates. So if you want to check out the form again, please do. Holly, by the time you filled it out, it was working fine.
Oh, okay. I was like, I think everything was okay.
Yeah. And I'm voting for lucky number 8. China, and also
yeah, I know. I kind of want to go for him again. I think I'm going to, because like now there's multiple people, so I feel like that makes it good luck, because Mara's voting for 8 too. So someone is popular.
You said that, and my brain started singing the song.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't had Wicked in my head for like a month, and it's been glorious. And I say this as someone whose Wicked is my favorite musical.
Mm-hmm.
But people in my family who are not my mom like went nuts on the movie, and I'm like, where have you been? My mom and I have been on this since like 2003. Well, for me, I wasn't on it until like 2005, which is but it was like, like
no,
we love the music, but there's only so many times you can hear popular, no matter who's singing it.
Yes. So true. So true.
Or Defying Gravity. We're like,
yeah, it's epicness.
Professionals, you can't hear that a million times, and I love you, but you are not.
So true. All right, we're gonna get started with this second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that's the end of the second sprint. And number 7. Oh no, Zuko! What happened?
Went with the wrong country's lucky number.
Let's see. And Regina said 3. Man, 3's even cut off too. You can't even see the number. We got played dirty this round.
No, did anyone pick 4?
No. We just 3 of us picked 8 and then Regina picked 3.
We tried.
We did. Not even on screen.
Oh, Regina. We still love you.
Yes.
Even if the kids never did it.
Yes, hello. I actually never played Journey, but I found the soundtrack and really liked it. So I think it came.
I didn't realize it was a soundtrack. I thought it was a playlist someone had put together.
No, it's like the OST, the official soundtrack. But I probably found it because back in, I guess it was in college, I watched Heather play Shadow of the Colossus, and that music is chef's kiss. And so I think from like listening to that, but then I was like, I was too distracted because then I kept thinking of all of the like fights and stuff. And so then I found Journey, but maybe I should look into it because I think it's a really good game. So
I am not good at games. I'm good at Sudoku. There's this number sums game.
Oh, nice.
I'm mostly good at, but sometimes it's pure luck, and so I watch an absurd amount of ads to be like, there are 2 3s in this row, and it could be either one, and I like, you eventually are able to narrow it down, but in this game, you only get 2 mistakes before you have to like restart a level, versus the same company makes a Sudoku app, and you can have 3 mistakes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm much better at Sudoku than this, so I've been doing a lot of math recently. It's just like good, but now that I found out that like I have to do a bunch of financial statements like ASAP, I'm like, I shouldn't have been using my math skills in advance because I wouldn't be so tired. If you like work out in advance, you do something and then later you're like, I'm too tired because I did the thing earlier. That's like what I'm running into.
Right. Oh man.
Tina, am I still working? No, the first sprint of the stream I ate. The second sprint of the stream I played a numbers game because I'm like, I'm trying to stay awake, Holly. I'm so sorry. I know you're back, but my brain is starting to be like,
it's okay. No, I finished eating dinner and I finished watching the episode of a show that I had started before the stream. So, and Chris walks past. He's like, hope you had a good stream. I'm like, oh, it's still going.
It's still going. Zuko.
Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then Zuko immediately, because I went upstairs in bed. He immediately went on my lap, and now that I'm gone, he's like, well, I'll just wait because maybe you'll go back up there. But yeah, if you need to go, because if your brain is, it's totally fine.
I think it's because I had like a slightly unexpectedly stressful orthodontist appointment this morning, which was like early to begin with. It's fine. It's more just like, I have to do a little more work, which is like uncomfortable when I have to do it, which can like, it's causing me a slight headache. And then earlier, I mentioned it on Kate's stream. I can't remember if you were there. And I'd already had the meeting by the time I was streaming on Twitch, but I had a meeting with someone that like was important and I was a little bit anxious about it. And I think my body's now like, okay, you don't have any reason to be anxious anymore. So bye-bye adrenaline and now you're tired. I just blast through Holly's stream.
No, you've seen me before literally yawning like before the first sprint has even started. Like, there's no judgment. Like, you're totally fine. If you need to hop out, I would understand. Like,
I think I have to.
yeah, we were just gonna do one more. It'll be chill. We can put up the timer so that you can vote before you go, and then I'll let you know if you win.
Great.
Yes, because Regina, good on you, Regina, for looking out for Zara.
Oh no, Regina's always like, have you taken a break yet? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, but like, how much of a break? And I'm like, that should have been your first question, though. But no, this stream has actually been like a mostly self-care and like
nice
eating and not rushing through it. And
yeah,
you know,
you have to have that on the Finch app, like take a break for, you know, an hour or something like that.
I know. Well, what I've started doing is like not fully locking myself out. Like if an emergency happens, like I'll kill a digital tree in the forest app. I don't care. But I'll start just setting it as like a no screen break on my phone for like 25 minutes at minimum to be like,
I love that.
Stop looking at screens. Like you could either do nothing, close your eyes and maybe actually fall asleep, or like do a bunch of chores that involve like no screen time.
Brain power, no screens. Yeah.
Yeah. The only exception is if I do my laundry in my building, I have to use an app to pay for the machine. Like they got rid of the cards.
Oh, that's lame.
Well, I mean, it's not lame because you get a timer on your phone of when your thing is done. What's lame
that's nice.
is that my bank never puts it through. So I had to use a credit card in order to put money on it.
That's annoying.
It's connected to a debit card and it's like, oh yeah, it went through. And then it wouldn't, like my bank would be like, oh yeah, here it is. And then the app itself was like, it never came through. So
Aww. Well, sounds like you could use some R&R, rest and relaxation. Not revise and resubmit.
Not a revise and resubmit. I got you.
Or R&R and in the fan fiction world, read and review. So there's a couple different.
Oh yeah. Well, when I used to write book reviews for my school newspaper. And so that was the first R&R I heard about.
Yeah.
It's so funny because you'd think that my mom or someone else in my family would have told me that rest and relaxation would have hit me first before I did a review.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like given we both have like fan fiction experience and we both know what revise and resubmit and we both know it's like we gotta clarify.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hold on, wait a minute.
I knew what you meant in this instance, but
yes, the context. Context is important.
I have an animation for you guys. Common side effects on adults. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because otherwise I will absolutely forget.
Common side effects. That sounds good.
It sounds funny. But yeah, thank you for hosting me, Holly.
Yes,
I'm
for
so
sure.
glad that you're feeling okay enough to be hosting.
Yes, I'm so happy to be back.
But don't push yourself too hard.
I won't. We'll have a good last sprint and you get some rest, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to vote for the two, like, white-ish ones.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay, bye, Zara. Regina went with 16. Oh, yeah, and then let me write down this common side effects, too. Because I was proud of myself. I was going through a lot of the recommendations that people had given to me for like Netflix shows, Hulu, Amazon Prime. And so I only have a couple left on my like recommendations list. So it's good that you added one because I've only got like a couple to choose from. But one of them is Suits, which is like 9 seasons, which is why I haven't started that one yet. Snowpiercer, that one I might check out, especially with it being winter. It seems appropriate, but Common Side Effects sounds fun. So thank you for the rec on Adult Swim. I'll have to see where I can watch that. Is that online? Okay. So I'm going to vote for purple for Zara. So there's 2 purple ones. So that's the one I'm going to vote for. Garfield and Heathcliff. Yes. All right, you guys, we are going to start this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the final sprint. And Zara won! Because they voted for the white ones. Yay! I'm going to take a screenshot. Or let me take a picture with my phone for Zara. So cute. So, how did everyone do? I ended up just reading for that final sprint. Because, yeah, my brain is a little mushy too. And Zuko was laying on me, so he's looking right there like, hey, we were having fun on the couch. Why aren't you there? Let me just send this to her. You won. But yeah, my brain is a little mushy tonight. So it was great to be able to talk and have some semblance of normalcy on here. And it's crazy because January felt like a year. It took a year, and February, I'm like, we already only have like a week and a half left. We're already almost over halfway through the month. Like, this is crazy. Oh, I guess there's still 2 weeks left. Okay, I can't do math with my oh yeah, no, well, less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks left in the month. But I will be here next week, and let's see. I don't think I'm on any of Zara's sprints. No, because I am going out of town this weekend to meet up with some of my writer friends to celebrate. One of them turned 30. And so we're like, yay, welcome to the club, because we're all in our 30s. But then we're also going to be writing, which I'm so excited about, because like I said, I haven't written since February 2nd, and I'm really ready to get my energy and brain space and to feel completely better so that I can get back to writing the sequel. Haley, 1K, yay! I'm sorry that school's been crazy, but that is awesome. So hopefully you can keep up this streak, and yeah, and that school isn't too crazy for you. Yes, I started watching the new season of The Floor, and I love it. Heather and I were talking about like, not auditioning, but sending in applications for The Floor for the next season. So we went online, and applications are closed right now, but we're like, yeah, next time it's open, we're going to apply. Because we're like, it's just fun. I feel like I'd probably be someone who would just get like a brain fart and not know the simple things, and the people would be gasping, and Rob Lowe would be like staring at the camera and going like, what, you didn't know that? Yeah, Janine, what category would you do? So Heather and I were talking about that, and I was thinking of something like anatomy, but I think there is an anatomy category on this season. So I was thinking maybe like physical therapy, or like workout equipment, or Heather had mentioned cat breeds, but she would be good at that. So she said cat breeds. We also played around with maybe like anime or video games, like something that's that could be a little more niche, so that we could have like an upper hand. So, but then so she's like, yeah, we should say something like anime, or like cat, dog breeds, cat breeds, things like that. And then we'd have I'd have my kind of PT background as and like books and things like that as my secondary arsenal. So baseball, that's fun. I would love that. Yeah, it's such a comfort show. It's so fun. I love it so much. So yes, thank you again for the recommendation. All right, you guys. Well, I am gonna go join Zuko on the couch there. He's waiting for me. But I hope this gave you a good start to the week. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. I know Zara will be streaming all week on Twitch. I will try to be joining and lurking in the comments. So I'm helping a friend out. Oh, well, that's good, Janine. So I'm all about karma. Karma will come back to you for helping them, and the next time you are able to sit down to write, you will get all of the words down. So yeah, I will see you all next week. Bye, everyone.